The illusion of time and the trap of inaction. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that years have passed, yet your dreams remain distant, your goals unfulfilled. You had plans, ambitions, aspirations, but somehow life has become a monotonous cycle. You feel like you're waiting for something to change, but nothing ever does. Why do some people take bold action and transform their lives, while others remain trapped in a cycle of hesitation and inaction? The answer lies in understanding a silent force that governs much of human behavior: passivity. This invisible, insidious trap keeps people stagnant, convincing them that waiting is the best option, when deep down, they know that action is the only way forward. But where does passivity come from? And more importantly, how do we break free from it? The psychological roots of passivity. Passivity is not always an obvious problem. It often masquerades as patience, overthinking, or caution. In reality, it is a slow poison, preventing people from pursuing the lives they truly desire. One of the most famous explanations for this phenomenon comes from psychologist Martin Seligman, the father of positive psychology. He introduced the concept of learned helplessness, which explains how repeated failure can lead individuals to believe that their efforts are meaningless. Seligman's experiment with dogs exposed them to repeated negative experiences, making them stop trying to escape, even when they were later given a clear path to freedom. The same principle applies to humans. When we experience repeated setbacks, failed businesses, broken relationships, or rejection, we internalize the belief that nothing we do will change our circumstances. This is why so many people remain stuck in jobs they hate, relationships that no longer bring joy, or patterns of behavior that lead nowhere. The comfort trap. Why we choose stagnation over growth. Failure isn't the only cause of passivity. One of the most dangerous causes is something far more subtle: comfort. The human brain is wired for safety and predictability. Our ancestors relied on these instincts to survive, avoiding unnecessary risks that could lead to danger. But in the modern world, this survival mechanism often works against us. It keeps us in the familiar, even when it doesn't fulfill us. Days turn into weeks, weeks into years, and before we realize it, life has passed us by. This is the true danger of passivity. It does not feel like a threat. It whispers in our ears, telling us there's still time, that we can start tomorrow, that we should wait for the perfect moment. But here's the brutal truth. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. The cost of passivity, a life without meaning. What is the real cost of passivity? Psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl provides a profound answer in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. He argued that the primary drive of human beings is not pleasure, as Sigmund Freud suggested, nor power, as Friedrich Nietzsche believed, but meaning. Frankl observed that when people lack a sense of meaning, they drift through life aimlessly, trapped in a state of emptiness and stagnation. And nothing strips life of meaning more than passivity. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly alive? Was it in a moment of hesitation, waiting and avoiding challenges? Or was it when you stepped outside your comfort zone, took a leap of faith, and pursued something meaningful? Meaning is not found in passivity. It is created through action. Why we stay stuck? The invisible chains of identity. If passivity is so harmful, why do we continue to fall into it? The answer may surprise you. It's not just fear, laziness, or a lack of motivation. It's something much more deceptive: identity paralysis. Identity paralysis happens when we unconsciously define ourselves by our current limitations rather than our potential. We tell ourselves, this is just the way I am, or I've always been this way. And when we believe that our personality, habits, and behaviors are fixed, change feels impossible. Psychologist Dweck's research on fixed versus growth mindsets sheds light on this issue. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities, intelligence, and character traits are unchangeable. They avoid challenges, fearing failure will expose their limitations. In contrast, those with a growth mindset believe they can develop and improve through effort and learning. They embrace challenges, knowing that failure is not a reflection of who they are, but a stepping stone to growth. Passivity thrives in a fixed mindset, but the moment we shift to a growth mindset, when we realize that every skill, trait, inability can be developed, passivity loses its power over us. Breaking free, the power of immediate action. So how do we break free from passivity? How do we stop waiting and start moving? One powerful strategy comes from Mel Robbins' 5-second rule.